Yeah, so we got ourselves a shooting guy. He was a fucking Muslim, and he shoots in Florida, kills 100 people, 53. Well, last I looked, maybe the numbers have changed. I don't fucking know. We know people died and some people were injured. We know a lot of people died and a lot of people were injured. We know these things. And the statement is, there's a few dumbasses. Ain't everybody? It's just a collective stupid that keeps rising and rising, like the sun, and is starting to burn the cataracts and burning the intelligence out of this country. So you say, a few of you, that all Muslims aren't like that. So, what does that got to do with it? All Muslims, that does not represent all Muslims. That doesn't represent everybody a Muslim. That's funny because there was a white guy who shot up a church and he had a rebel flag. And apparently that represented all of the South, and everybody who had a rebel flag, you said they were all racist. Now, it didn't matter if those people sat back and said, look, I'm not a racist. This is heritage. This is not hate. You know, it has a history. We don't do that. Not with a rebel flag. KKK has it, but that don't mean I fucking do it. You didn't care. You said that's what it is. You painted with a broad brush. Yeah, you turn around, and because a fucking Muslim does it, we're not going to paint with a broad brush anymore? Well, who's in charge of the broad brush, and when do you get to brush with it? I'm just wondering, because who voted you in as King Osabi of the broad brush? I didn't get a fucking memo, no fax, no emails, no text. I didn't vote for it. So, fuck you, and fuck you wanting to be the leader of the fucking broad brush. No, we use that broad brush all the time. We do, every fucking day. Christians, these so-called Christians in this country, they have to pay every fucking day and beg and plead, can they please pray to their God? Because you say that the Salem witch trials were held by Christians, and the Crusades, that was held by Christians, and you also say that the fucking Inquisition was held by the Catholic Church on Christians. All these things held by Christians. And so for 1,000 fucking years, Christians have had to suffer and talk about and plead and say, can we please pray to our God? Even though these other dumbasses did that because that doesn't represent all of us. Every fucking time you fucking whine about it and go, no, because the Christian and Bibles and Jesus and God, that makes people go kill people. And so they have to fucking tell everybody that they're sorry. Every fucking redneck, every fucking southerner on the planet has to run around and constantly go, no, I'm sorry, I like a flag, it's okay, I was going to be okay with it, I'm not hating anybody, I just, my family, I was just respecting my great-great-great-grandfather who fought for, freedom or liberty or whatever he wanted to believe in. That's not that I did it, I didn't do it, but he did it. They have to offend for it. They have to constantly fucking cry, piss, whine, and moan, and you took their flag from them. You told them no, they don't get heritage. No, they can't represent it. But all of a sudden, since a fucking Muslim did it, I'm supposed to be okay with it? I'm supposed to say all Muslims aren't like that? Why? Why? If you're going to paint with such a broad brush, why? And you can't use its heritage, and you can't use its history, and you can't use its religion, because you have taken those off the market. You've taken them off the market when you wouldn't let other people use them as arguments. If they can't use them as an argument, why the fuck can you? Do you think you're better than somebody? Look up the definition of racism and bigotry. Look it up. Then turn around and come over here and say, I don't feel I'm better than someone, but no, they can't use the same defense as I do. Why? Why can't they? Because you think you're better than them. You think you've done something, that you are some sort of superior to them. That is a form of racism. And that's why you're a fucking hypocrite, and that's why you're a fucking bigot, and that's why you're a piece of shit who can't get your fucking head out of your asses long enough to look around you. And they're going to talk about the guns, and then there's somebody else. Well, if guns stop violence, where were you at with your guns to stop this guy? Because I own a fucking firearm does not make me the damn police. I already told you this. I don't have to help you. It is not in the Constitution for me to help you. In no way, shape, or form do you get privileges to my gun. You don't. End of story. See, the thing is he didn't buy all the stocks and guns. He didn't buy the last gun. They had more guns. You could have purchased you one. You could have purchased you one, and guess what? It may have ended the same way. It may have ended differently. There's no telling. But you would have had the opportunity, the same opportunity as everybody else. Here's some statistics that you might not have thought of, though. You know where he didn't go shoot that gun? He didn't do a mass shooting at a biker bar. He didn't do a mass shooting at a local gang bar. Gangbangers. He didn't do a local shooting at a Hispanic bar. He didn't go to a local bar where he knew that there would be guns and fucking people that would defend themselves. He went to Orlando, fucking Florida, and found a gay bar and blasted it. Now it starts to make you think, wow, apparently this guy was looking for opportunity to shoot a lot of people who could not defend themselves. Man, I think we might be onto something. So what do we do to stop this violence? I know, we'll ban guns. That'll do it. He was in a place where guns are banned. How is that going to stop anything? This is why you keep going around in circles, arguing like a fucking merry-go-round. You're going around in a fucking circle. It's like you ride and you think you're getting somewhere. I don't give a fuck if he had a longer beard, shorter beard, if he was raised in New York City or raised in fucking New Orleans. I don't give a flying rat's ass if he was from the Middle East or was born and raised in America. That is not an issue for me. This does not come down to the narrowed field of how you fix this fucking problem. How you fix this fucking problem is go, oh my God, there is a crazy son of a bitch with a gun. Apparently they're everywhere. They're in America, they're overseas, they're in religious organizations, they're in racist organizations, they're in my backyard. They are everywhere. These crazy people are everywhere. You don't know them. You don't see them. That's because the potential for bad shit can happen anytime, anywhere. And with the potential for bad shit happening, what can you do? You can try to be prepared for it. Now, you probably ain't gonna like what I got to say. Most people don't. But I can guarantee you it works. It's called a fucking deterrent. Why don't bullies punch other people that he knows will punch them back? If a bully will be punched back by somebody, he normally doesn't go up and bully them. He usually bullies the person that doesn't hit him back. There is a reason for this. Because the other person that's not hitting back has not created a deterrent for the fucking bully. So before you get too complex with, well, see that, I can't believe these homosexuals are and these progressives are backing these Muslims. They don't love them anyway. These motherfuckers don't love you to begin with, not because you suck dick or take it up the ass. They don't like you because you're a fucking American. That's why they don't fucking like you. You could suck dick, take it up the ass, eat pussy. You could jerk off. They don't give a fuck about your sexual presence. You are all nasty, filthy creatures to them. You are an American. Because you believe in something. And there are Americans willing to die for what they believe in. This man went and found some of the people that could not protect themselves, and he went and killed them. I don't want to hear any more arguments about all Muslims aren't like that. Until you start telling some people we're very sorry, we painted with a broad brush. We're going to give you back what you had. You didn't do anything wrong. Some asshole did something wrong. We're not going to blame you. Or you can keep doing what you're doing. Paint with that broad brush. But when that broad brush comes back over, remember, it might be you that it paints with, not somebody else. Nobody's in charge of this broad brush. You don't get to be in charge of it and decide when it gets painted and when it doesn't. You can put any fucking definitional word on it you want. You can tell me how, institutionalized it is. You can tell me about all these wonderful fucking things and put pretty words with them, but it don't mean a damn bit of shit. It don't mean fuck. It's just another way for you to try to make a fucking argument that fits your agenda. That's all the fuck that is. If you think it's going to change because you get out there and you say something, nothing changes. It stays the same. If you want something to change, first you must take the initiative to change it. Protesting, whining, bitching, and moaning, and voting doesn't change a damn thing. If you got an asshole, and you got an asshole, and you vote an asshole into office because you only got to pick from 2 assholes, guess what you're going to have as a president? You won't have anything but an asshole. I'm the lesser of the 2 evils. You're an idiot. You put evil in a fucking office, what do you get? You get evil. That's it. Nothing else, you get evil. What's the lesser of the 2 evils? Was it a fucking scale? I fucking didn't see a scale, asshole. Last time I was counting up bodies overseas, there was no lessers. It was a fucking dead body's a dead body's a dead body. The only thing we had to worry about was I'd rather it be their dead bodies than my dead bodies. That's how we counted. But we were both dead. You do not win wars by dying for your country. You win wars by making other people die for theirs. That's how you win. Fucking morons. So yeah. So I know I ain't talking in a while, but I heard this shit and I was like, God, really? You're just gonna fucking be stupid? Don't be so fucking stupid. You told everybody that one person doing something is literally everybody doing something, that they're all held accountable for it. Whether they did it or didn't. Whether they didn't believe in it or did believe in it, they're held accountable. Alright, motherfucker, here you go. So are we gonna hold you all accountable? Then get the fuck out of this country. Get the fuck off of my land. Get the fuck out of my house. Get the fuck away from me. You piece of shit Muslim, go on. Or we can do the opposite. You can say, I'm very sorry. I'm going to give you back your shit. I don't blame you for nothing because you've done nothing wrong. And we will hold people accountable who do bad shit. We will hold them accountable and only them accountable. You got 2 choices. You don't get to go and pick the broad brush you get to paint with. That's it. The end of story. I'm out.